Beijing's 22 million residents were asked to stay indoors on Saturday as powerful winds swept across northern China. The winds toppled trees, disrupted travel and sports, and caused dust storms across the region. The winds reached 150 miles per hour on Saturday afternoon local time, stemmed from a polar vortex in Mongolia, and sent temperatures plunging, according to the Chinese state news media. Wind and rain began hitting the region on Friday. By Saturday afternoon, more than 800 trees had been knocked over and nearly 7,000 people had been evacuated in Beijing, the state media reported. Overnight into Saturday morning, dust storms swirled across the country's north, including in Beijing, the state broadcaster China Central Television said. Yang Bobo, a postgraduate student studying finance in Beijing, said Friday night's gale was wailing like ghosts and howling like wolves. The wind dislodged a glass door at her school, she said, sending it crashing to the ground. I didn't go out last night since I value my life, Yang said through text messages on Saturday. Winds rattled windows in Beijing and damaged utility poles and windows in central China's Hunan province, according to videos shared on Weibo, a Chinese social media platform. The city authorities in Beijing advised residents to avoid non-essential travel and postponed soccer matches that had been scheduled for the weekend. City transportation officials suspended train and bus services on Friday and Saturday, and nationwide thousands of flights were canceled on Saturday. Tourist attractions including the Forbidden City, the Summer Palace, and a popular section of the Great Wall were closed. A marathon scheduled for Sunday in Beijing was postponed until next week. After a string of 80-degree days in the city, temperatures were forecast to reach only 57 Fahrenheit on Saturday. Strong winds were also predicted for nearby Shanghai and Hebei provinces, and for China's Inner Mongolia region, the state news media reported. Meteorologists in South Korea and Japan also issued strong wind warnings on Saturday along the country's western coasts. The winds there were linked to the same weather system that was affecting China, said Wu Jingyu, an official with the Korea Meteorological Administration. Over 400 flights were canceled and major attractions closed in Beijing Saturday as powerful winds swept northern China, marking the capital's first orange wind alert in a decade. The powerful winds stemmed mainly from a cold vortex system formed over Mongolia that was moving east and south, sweeping across northern China from Friday through the weekend, the China Meteorological Administration said. The strongest winds are expected during the daytime of April 12th, with wind speeds at some observation stations approaching or even surpassing historical records for the same period since 1951, the CMA said in a statement. Beijing earlier issued its first orange alert, the second highest tier, for strong winds in a decade for this weekend. As of Saturday morning, 413 flights at Beijing's Capital International Airport had been canceled, state broadcaster CCTV said. Train services including the airport's express subway line and some high-speed rail lines have also been suspended, CCTV added. Tourist attractions including the Summer Palace, Temple of Heaven, Beijing Zoo, and the Universal Studios theme park were also temporarily closed Saturday. The winds dominated social media chats, with many people expressing concern for food delivery workers braving the conditions. In weather like this, we can choose not to order delivery. It's too hard for them, one Weibo user wrote. The winds forced the postponement of a half-marathon set for Sunday featuring humanoid robots competing with humans in a bid to showcase China's technological advances. Sandstorms raging over a stretch from Inner Mongolia to the Yangtze River region crippled road travel in 8 provinces, Xinhua and state broadcaster CCTV said. Sandstorms were expected to impact Shanghai from Saturday afternoon through to Sunday morning. Strong winds bringing sand and dust from Mongolia are routine in spring, but climate change has made weather events more extreme. Meteorological data showed that on the afternoon of April 11th, heavy rainfall occurred in Wuhan Economic Development Zone, Caidian, and northwest Jiangxia, with rainfall between 30 to 50 millimeters. The rest of the area had rainfall below 15 millimeters. The maximum accumulated rainfall and the maximum hourly rainfall intensity both occurred at the Fisheries Institute of the Municipal Academy of Agricultural Sciences in Jiangxia District, which were 64.7 millimeters and 61.9 millimeters respectively. Extreme weather still had a certain impact on Wuhan's transportation. At 16:20, some trains at Hankou Railway Station were delayed due to heavy rain and hail, including D954, Chengdu east to Shanghai, D638, Chengdu east to Shanghai, and D2224, Chengdu east to Hangzhou east. Staff at Hankou Station said that it was mainly due to heavy rain and hail along the Hani Railway that the trains had to slow down. In addition, due to weather reasons, as of 1400 hours local time, Wuhan Tianhe Airport had delayed 33 flights and canceled 7 flights. In addition to Wuhan, many cities across the country also experienced strong winds, hail, and heavy rainfall on April 11th. Beijing was hit by the rare extreme gale in the past decade. All primary and secondary schools in the city urgently adjusted their school closing times, canceled all outdoor activities, and more than 30 scenic spots, such as the Forbidden City and World Park, were temporarily closed. Shanghai was hit by severe convective weather, with local short-term heavy rain accompanied by thunderstorms of 8 to 10 levels and gusts of 11 levels in the Yangshan Port area. Landmark buildings such as the Bund and Lujiazui have started wind protection measures. Some elevated subway lines have speed limits, and ferries have been temporarily suspended. Anhui launched a Level 4 emergency response to heavy rain, and Hefei and southern Anhui encountered severe convective weather. The local hourly rainfall exceeded 50 millimeters, and hail appeared in the Dabi mountain area, with the largest diameter reaching 2 centimeters. The Hefei-Anqing Expressway was temporarily closed, and many high-speed trains at Hefei South Station were delayed. Shenzhen issued a severe convective warning, and short-term hail with a diameter of about 1 centimeter appeared in Longgang, Pingshan, and other districts. The Guangzhou Railway Group suspended ordinary trains from Shenzhen to Changde, Songtao, and other directions. Citizens were advised to avoid mountain climbing and coastal activities, and some companies started working from home. According to the analysis of the Central Meteorological Observatory, this extreme weather is caused by the violent collision between the strong cold air in the north and the warm and humid air currents. It is expected that there will still be strong convection risks in Jiangnan, South China, and other places in the next 3 days. The public is reminded to pay close attention to early warning information and make preparations for disaster prevention and risk avoidance.